terminal right there. There's the gangway that people are going to be coming down. So this is as close as we are allowed to get at the moment when it comes to any of those passengers getting off of this vessel. It's all being carefully controlled. The one who's doing the controlling is Carnival. Right now, we're penned up in this particular area. So how well we're going to be able to talk to some of these passengers when they get out, that remains to be seen. But trust us, we've been talking to a lot of families who intend to make sure that one way or another their loved one is heard. We've already seen the lead tugboat go by, so that means any moment from this vantage point, we should see the bow of the vessel. It is coming up the river, the Mobile River, so we should see the bow first, and then the rest of the ship is going to follow. Up there on the second floor, you might see some tables up there. That's actually where they're going to process the passengers as they come off this vessel. And then, once they figure out who's going by bus or who's going to a hotel, they head on their way. There'll be reunions taking place up there as well, Chris, because that's where those families that have driven in are waiting anxiously, you can bet right now. The windows up there, so by far they are certainly looking at the ship already.
You know, it's hard to see here, Martin. You know, they're so small, the people, and it gives a sense of scale. This cruise ship is almost 1,000 feet long. It's like 100 feet high or more. Literally like a floating apartment building. There's a city's worth of people in there, 4,000 plus people. You can see how tiny they are up there at the rail, so anxious to get off. Martin, you know, we've both covered so many different tragedies that end in loss of life, and certainly, thank God, that is not what we're dealing with here. And we don't want to over-dramatize the situation, but there is something about being stuck out at sea for days that really does capture the fascination of something we really so much want to avoid. I mean, you know, isn't that a big reason you think there's such interest in this?
Well, I don't know.
Listen to that horn, Martin. Look how happy they are to hear that. Port of call horn means that they're about to dock.
There
Very
it is.
nice.
So, you know, that's a sound that many family members have waited for.
I'm sorry, Martin, you were saying?
I was just saying that you're absolutely right. Just last week I was here in Alabama. Very different story, but again involving death. This one, no one has died, and you're right to keep that in point. It's a drama that's captured us, but it is still without death. Let's listen. All right, guessing that they're done. So just getting to your point, it has been a drama that's captured much of the world. It's coming to an end. It's a good ending. It's a happy ending for the family. So I think in many ways you're right to put it into that kind of perspective. But nonetheless, stuck at sea, many of these families didn't hear from their loved ones for days. The first thing they heard was